Property companies here in Dubai got smashed in the first half of the year. Take a look. Drake and Skull, EMA, Arab Tech all plunged as a slowdown in the market really started to bite. So is there any end to the pain in sight, or are things only set to get worse? Let's ask Taimur Khan, senior analyst at Knight Frank. Worse to come or better times just around the corner, as Noah Coward once said? What's your call?
I think there's some pain still to go within the market, but there are still pockets where there are opportunities for investors throughout the market, particularly in the likes of Dubai and particularly in the sectors, so the commercial sectors and industrial sectors as well.
How much more pain exactly do you expect this market to have to work itself through? Because we've had people on this program over the past year and a half, 2 years, who said, well, 2017 will be the last year, but now we're midway through 2018 and it's not really shown any signs of a revival.
Sure. I think mainstream residential, just the amount of supply which is coming on, we expect around 33,000 units to be delivered this year. There's still pain to go there. But the higher-end luxury markets, I think there are some opportunities there because the right level of product, say in the top 5%, isn't being delivered at this moment in time. Commercial, if you have institutional class assets, we're talking single-owned buildings which are of good grade A international quality, those are very much in demand. We actually did one of the largest deals within the Middle East for a single unit very recently, and the level of demand from both a local perspective and an international perspective was incredibly high for that. So we still see room there.
Give us a sense of that kind of a deal. I mean, was that from international investors? What was the size of the deal? And what was the driver behind the deal?
We have to be. We've got quite a lot of confidentiality behind it, so we have to be slightly careful with that. But it was quite a significant deal. The yield was good. The asset mix within there for the tenants, that was excellent as well. So and it was both international money and local money interested in it. Ultimately, went to one buyer group.
Let's widen that out a little bit. What trends are you seeing in terms of capital flows into UAE property? Because we're not seeing a lot of capital flows into UAE equity. It's a bit of a mixed picture when it comes to fixed income markets. Clear no. But what about
down
property?
17% year to date.
Exactly. Tells the story.
So of the total transactions happened in the commercial, 24% of them were cross-border, but that is down from 34% last year. Some of that is due to sentiment. Some of it, like I said, is because for that international institutional quality stock, it doesn't exist. The GCC and the wider Middle East exported almost $10 billion last year to Europe and to America. But actually, from our client base, a lot of them actually want to invest the money here, but they don't have the right stock to invest it into.
So it's a story about capital outflows more than capital inflows, even in property. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct. But I think a lot of that is due to the fact that there's actually opportunity within those other markets. They're going to the likes of the UK's top, Germany, Netherlands, and the US.
So the UK, I mean, just to take, the UK is still a top destination for money flowing out of the region into Europe. We're still part of Europe, apparently.
That is correct. So we're seeing a lot of Middle Eastern investment going into the UK. Into Europe as a whole, it's almost just over 9 billion. But actually what the data doesn't capture, particularly from the GCC region, a lot of investors partner up with local institutions. So it looks like it's actually, when the final deal is done, it looks like it's actually local money, but a lot of that is Middle Eastern money. So I think that number is even understated, actually.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for all those insights. That's the Knight Frank senior analyst Taimur Khan there with the story on UAE property and beyond. Well, we've got a busy week ahead. We've got, of course, trade tensions are going to be on the radar, FOMC minutes, a lot to digest in the coming days. That's all we have for a jam-packed edition of Bloomberg Daybreak Middle East. We'll be back at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning here in Dubai. Do join us then. This is Bloomberg.